Over the past 100 years, the United States has established itself as the number one superpower of this world, shaping Western society today as we know it. Some might say the envy of the world. Founded on the Constitution, people held pride for their great nation, many proud to be American, identifying it as the land of freedom, liberty, and opportunity. The American dream. No matter the odds, you could make it with hard work, integrity, respect, and hope. The American identity has formed over time. People held an attitude of wanting to give back, to do the right thing for their country and its people. JFK said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." America, for the most part, embodied this attitude for many years, but slowly it has waned away. In more recent times, people have lost faith in this nation's leaders, politicians, and wealthy, often economic and government interests coming first before the people. As a result, the people have reacted, a loss of respect, thankfulness, and hope. The mentality has shifted from us to me. What can I get from this world? It is my right to do this and that. It's culture changing for the worse. So what has changed? How has America's identity been dented? Is the United States broken, and is it repairable? This might come as a shock, but like the rest of this world, the United States is not perfect, and it never has been, but in no lack of trying. It has in many ways contributed to a better world. World absolute poverty has fallen from 42% in 1982 to 10% in 2015. USA has been able to achieve this and many other contributions to better society, including breakthroughs in technology, inventions, and medicine. Much of this would not be possible without resources and funding from the wealthy elite. Large wealth has its merits for the world, but has it come at the cost of everyday Americans? The factor of economic inequality answers this question. It is a wealth imbalance, the rich holding substantially more wealth than the rest of the population. In the USA, the top 20% holds over 80% of the total wealth, or 8.5 times more richer than the bottom 20%, close to the highest in Western countries around the world. This has undesired effects. There have been many simulations and tests completed exploring wealth distribution in free trade markets, and all of them have come to the same conclusion, that inequality and uneven distribution is inevitable, suggesting that the rich are not simply taking money from the poor, but if trade happens many times, a small percentage of random people will come out on top. And this includes proportional tax models too, or the wealthy getting taxed more. It appears uneven distribution is natural. This is not unique to capitalism. Wealth inequality has always existed, however it is on the rise, and when it gets too wide, this is when we see consequences and societal dysfunction. Wealth inequality is not new. We saw similar levels of this inequality in the 1930s, followed by World War II and other non-desirable events, partly due to dangerous ideologies attempting to change the system. British epidemiologist Richard Wilkinson's study shined light on the correlation between economic inequality and worse off health and social problems. Here we see different countries' wealth gaps, and here we see in most cases, the higher the income inequality, the higher the health and social problems. Let's focus in on child well-being. It's not perfect, but the same trend applies. Here's one for mental illness. Same trend. Prison population, the same. And he mentions many others. You get the idea. Wilkinson's expert conclusion: income inequality has a negative impact on social outcomes. And to top it off, wealth inequality puts emphasis on social status, a feeling of class judgment and encourages consumerism and luxuries. An increase in all these things is not exactly experiencing the desired American dream. These issues compound increasing stress on the social, health, and welfare systems in the government. These consequences have placed this country on the verge of breaking point. So, what actually causes income inequality? America has many billionaires, the most in the world, and obviously they like to keep it that way, investing in directing businesses for further gain, extended by the government's economic and global interests. Corporations have been prioritized ahead of people. Technology has created machines, much more efficient and productive than humans. Machines are eliminating middle school jobs, and have for many years now. Computer software and technology has decreased demand in the middle skill sector. Demand for higher skilled jobs has taken its place, requiring college degrees. To add salt to many working class Americans' wounds, reduced trade barriers globally has meant less manufacturing jobs locally, China replacing much of the demand. People pride themselves hugely on their job, becomes a big part of their role in this world. For many Americans, over the past 50 years, they have lost their job, found out they can't get another job in the same industry, and have to study or become educated, or settle for a job they are overskilled for with less pay. This becomes even harder if you are middle-aged or nearing retirement. Organizations will go for younger employees because they have more years ahead of them. And this has understandably left many Americans between a rock and a hard place. Many have struggled to make the switch, becoming angry and bitter towards the government and leaders. Another cause, the decrease in unionization, falling dramatically over the past 40 years. This means less protection for workers and less influence on wages. Wealth inequality has broken America. The consequences cannot be ignored. The effects of these consequences compound to cause gaping issues in society. Angry and upset people, often directed towards the government and others, leading to large political division, instability, chaos, and civil unrest. We have seen this significantly rise in the world over the past few years. Check out my other video that focuses heavily on political division in the States. Solving wealth inequality is difficult, and if not addressed, will cause greater problems in society and economic hardship, resulting in radical solutions. And throughout history, these systems have proven to be incredibly more dangerous and destructive. Understandably, people have lost hope in the government and the system. But those important American values, or values for anyone, they're not inclusive, are solid and unbreakable. Respecting others, working hard, holding high morals for yourself and your family, helping your community, financially making good decisions. These values live on and cannot be broken. And that's what the American identity truly means. I just want to point out that this video is not inclusive to the United States. It's happening across Western society. The UK, Europe, Australia, where I'm from, New Zealand. I'd say it's just on a much greater scale in the States. So thank you. If you enjoyed this video, then you will 100% enjoy some of my others, so check them out. And remember, support the channel by hitting that subscribe and like button. In the description, you find a few videos from expert that inspired this video. So thanks again. Feel free to write in the comments your thoughts and also what you would like to see in my next video. I'll definitely take a look and see your thoughts and ideas. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time on the History Nexus.